Hello and welcome to the 21st round, the 265th ever Rony's Tuesday fun race in Live for Speed with the LX4 at Blackwood GP Reversed. You're watching sim broadcasts on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Peter Butcher and tonight I'm joined by Eoin Harmon as ever for Rony's Tuesday fun race. Eoin, LX4, Blackwood, it's a spicy combo.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot to offer these drivers. The punishing grass means any mistake will be punished, but lots and lots of competitors are vying for positions here. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we've had 20 rounds already. There they are. These are in the past, and we are going to look to the future. We have just 4 rounds left. Round 21 tonight, the LX4 at Blackwood. GP reversed, which is the first time we've seen this track, I think, this season. Anyway, let's take a look at it. It is a twist on the old classic, the reverse direction, 3.3 kilometer, 2.1 mile circuit. We've had an hour of qualifying and we have a 23 lap race in around about 20 minutes time, 18 minutes on my watch. So plenty of qualifying action to come just around about now, Owen, in the LX4, which is based on the Caterham. It's a 1.3 litre inline-4 front-engined rear-wheel drive car weighing just under half a tonne with 140 brake horsepower. It is a driver's favourite. It's difficult to drive, but it's also very, very fun. Owen, how are they getting on the track? Who's leading the timesheets?
And it is actually World-Class Lions with Yoni Katila, aka True Alpha, leading the pack with a 1 minute 23.35. So Sidus seemed to be less determined or less comfortable with this LX4, as they've only got drivers in 3rd, 4th, and 37th. Not at all their usual standard.
Yeah, Rick Cardle there in P4. And let's take a quick look at the drivers and teams championship standings, shall we? It's Rick Cardle leading the way ahead of Unite. Look at that points gap, only 11 points in it at the top. Rick Cardle currently leading the way in that championship ahead of Unite, True Alpha, Mandula and Botsi rounding out the top 5. We're going to let this scroll again, as we always do. If you see your name, well done, congrats, and thank you for being a part of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race and keeping this long-running series going. Yeah, absolutely fabulous to see it still running and so many drivers getting involved in the series. Of course, it is the Teams Championship where most of the prize money, sponsored by World Class Lions, is going for this series. And we will get onto those in just a few moments' time once we've seen all of these names flash past. And it is great to see another bumper grid tonight. We've got over 40 cars in qualifying.
Yeah, it's been a good few weeks since my last time seeing a full grid. Maybe it's the truth for everybody, but seeing plenty of skill levels and different nationalities is all wonderful to see. And with the pressure of the championship, it's sure to boil over for the Sidus pair, but for everyone else, it's an opportunity to have some glory.
137 names on that list. That is an impressive number throughout the year. And yeah, as the long nights draw in and winter closes in, I guess more people will be turning up for Rony's Tuesday Fun Race towards the end of the year. So that's great. So here we are then. We have Team Sidus leading the way with over 1,000 points now ahead of Race Green. So it's fair to say that they have wrapped this up well and truly. Team Sidus heading just where they need to be to claim all of the prize money for the Teams Championship. Then we've got World Class Lions in 3rd. Still a fight on for P2 and P3 between Born to Race World Class Lions and Race Green Autosports. Only 1 point separating Born to Race from that 3rd spot on the podium. Master Race Car, a solid P5. Fragmaster P6. Sim Broadcasting P7. Zaffaralis P8. Father and Sons Almacourse and Fortunato Racing Team rounding out the grid or the order in the Teams Championship. Owen, there's not much change on the board as far as I can see, but anyway, let's return to the qualifying action and see who's doing what.
Yeah, the nature of the track means that things get congested. Some people are waiting on the runoff area at the final chicane to see if they can get some space. But credit has to go to our second place driver, Mantas.
Yeah, a driver I'm not familiar with. I was checking out his laps or their laps before the stream went live. Was on pole position by quite a way, and holding up the Sidus guys at the moment still by around about half a tenth. But Yoni Katila, he's pulled out a 600th gap right now. We're watching Unite, currently building up for a lap, moves out of the way of one of the, I think that's one of the ZFRL cars, but there we are. Heading up to the final chicane for a lap. Let's see what he can manage. He is just over a 10th off pole, and he's got 3 minutes to go, and he's going to actually take the cut through the little chicane at the end of the back straight before he winds up for a lap. Let's see what he can manage. Maybe we can ride on board with him. Yeah, he's getting the full run up, as we see a lot of drivers do here. He's actually right next to his teammate, I believe, who has to back out of it.
Yeah, it feels like he wants to play 110-meter sprint rather than the 100-meter to get that extra drop of horsepower. Now he enters this sweeping left-right, as we all know it. He just needs to be conscious of the car ahead, see if he can get by without too much trouble. Yeah, I think the middle sectors where we'll see the drivers really tested because of that gravel trap. It certainly looms if you're going to go side by side and you make a mistake. Yeah, you can see there, for example, you get cars, the gravel trap never far away. And then if a side by side goes wrong, you'll be stuck in that gravel trap for sure. And then the long run down to the chicane. You'll see plenty of slipstreaming here, I'm quite certain of that. So it's just a matter of collecting your thoughts and readying your brakes and your attempts. In this case, I think he's abandoned the lap if he's wobbling around tire warming. Yeah, he might have to go again.
Yeah, he has abandoned it. That's a shame. I mean, that was a tricky middle sector. He had a couple of cars, that did move out of the way. If he's got tyre life, then we may see him go for another lap as he pulls over into that spot that just gives him a longer run. It's we see a few drivers doing this, but yeah, a little bit weird. But it does give you the best run possible down to turn number 1. Eoin Katila still leading the way ahead of Mantas and the 2 Stardust cars in the top 5. Fadas in P5, then it's Asker for World Class Lions P6. Iron Donny P7, another good outing for him. He likes the LXs. I think we've seen him perform well in the LX cars before, so it's not maybe that unusual to see him up there. He's had some really varied and mixed results this season, and I'm sure he'd like to, continue finishing well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. If some drivers just prefer particular cars and particular tracks, and if Magic can get those breaks he needs, he can certainly get into the top 15, and he'd be hoping for the best he can. Merenui on the bubble, almost there with a 1:25. He will be absolutely determined to make absolutely certain that he'll qualify with the final 20 seconds now. I was actually gone up to 36. Nice job. That'll definitely get him through.
Yeah, he does improve as we return to Unite. There's only 8 seconds left in the session, so Unite's not going to make another lap. He has to finish this one, and if he wants to improve on his current second row starting position, then he needs to hope that this was a good one. As we head on to the final straight for the Stardust driver, currently P2 in the championship by only 11 points. He comes across the line, and it is pole position temporarily for Unite. What a lap in the dying stages.
Yeah, he's found the ideal lap right when it counts. That's a body blow to Eoin Katila. But obviously with the moderate run down to the first pair of corners, I certainly wouldn't give up just yet. But Eoin is indeed still going. I saw him set a split number 2 there, so he should be close to completing his lap.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
It's a valid one.
We have who else do we have? We've got Pedro, who will be our last car to cross the line. Just waiting to see if anybody can improve on this final lap. Eoin Katila only 1/100th of a second behind Unite at this point. Wait for our cars to finish. Here comes Pedro to the line, and that will round out the timesheet. So Eoin won't have improved there, Owen. There he goes across the line. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get these results, and we'll see just how everybody is going to line up for the start of the 23 lap race here this evening. Apologies, that is the wrong sheet of results. Let's go ahead and grab the first one. And on pole position, it will be Unite ahead of True Alpha, Mantus, Rick Cardle, Fadas, Asker, Iron Donny, 136 miles per hour, who's joined Born to Race, which is interesting. Owner in P9, Spurts for Air Attack Racing in P10. Then we've got Nozzle, Lorenzo, Michael Malik, Twincam, Rayman, Soini, Ex Pabluski, Climbs, Magic, and Redbot, rounding out the first sheet of results. On the second page of results, it's Kig, Yari Katila, Thamuli, Mandula, Suzuya, Dark, Yaroslav Donnelly, Gabor, Rony, Number, Igor, Kozi, Thomas, Sami Lipmanen, Merenui, Motomikari, Kid for Sim Broadcast. Then it's Migfa, 7-9, and Luke rounding out the top 40. And let's see if there are any drivers on our third list of results who didn't quite make it in. Yes, there are. Jocks, Pedro, Young, Scattle, Gui, Extoff, Tallenberg, and Mies. So 48 cars actually attempting qualifying for this session. Oh, and that's crazy. And some of these guys might be promoted if any of our top 40 do not take the start.
Yeah, I think 48 is an all-time high for my experience anyway. It's usually 42, 43 drivers trying to participate, but 48, that's definitely VLM levels. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a battle. We will be back in around about 7 minutes' time for the start of this one. So do not go anywhere. Join us again in just a few moments' time. One. Hello and welcome back to round 21 of Rony's Tuesday fun race in Live for Speed with the LX4 at Blackwood GP Reversed. We are on round 21 of this year's championship and the drivers are just warming up for the start of what will be a 23-lap race. Eoin, we looked through a few laps of the drivers. We went on board with Unite during qualifying. It's a tricky lap round here. And I think the last time we've seen this combo in Live for Speed was during one of the City League rounds a few years ago. In fact, quite a number of years ago now.
Yeah, I think Blackwood GP in its original configuration is what we all are extremely familiar with. So to turn it on its head delivers a very different challenge. Instead of that long run down to a sharp right-hander, instead it will be a long run down to a chicane.
Here's how the grid will be set for the start. We will have Unite and Yoni Katilla, World Class Lions True Alpha, on the front row. The drivers are getting ready for the start, Eoin. Let's take this action to the track for 23 laps around Blackwood GP Reversed. Thanks for tuning in to Sim Broadcast for this one. We appreciate having you here and we hope you enjoy it. Here we go.
I hope you enjoy it as well, Pete. So we have... Oh, do we have our pulse hitters? Yeah, they're just generating in. There we go. Gave me a fright for a minute. There we go. Mantas is our ace in the hall. We're not sure what to expect, but we have the lights ready to come on any second now. Very, very long hold, I think, because of the full lobby. Maybe people... Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, and get away.
Wow, super quick lights, but they are way up the hill.
I hope the drivers were ready to react, and it looks like they have, heading down to the first combo. Oh, few contacts. These LX4s, they're so small, but very, very agile as well. We have a spinner, yes, left on equals tagged, and it's a bit of a reverb for some of the drivers at the back, such as Kid. Got caught up in an instant, and they have Mooley slow as well, so that's frustration for those drivers.
Yeah, United's got a fantastic start, but not a fantastic start there for one of the Fragmasters cars. Who was that?
Oh.
That was Fatas. Yeah, he's had an absolute disaster. He's dropping way down the order.
Oh no, we've got chaos now. Car on its roof. One of the Born to Racers are on the roof here. It's Rayman on the roof. It's a dreadful, dreadful start. This would be red flag if it was a real life race or anything like that. Too many cars strewn and there would be debris everywhere. But we keep going. No time for sympathy for Unite. He is feeling sorry for those drivers, but he has to carry on. His teammate Rick Cardle is alongside True Alpha, and the job looks to be done.
Yeah, the job is done. Mantas there in P4. A lot of the drivers a couple of the drivers not happy with him, so something to do with the first lap incidents. But yeah, we keep going in RTFR. It doesn't matter what happens at the back. We are green. And there we are. So Unite and Rick Cardle back at the front. Sidus 1-2. Yoni Katilla with it all to do in P3. Got a few cars in the pits just now. And 39 runners still out there after... Was it Fadas? Yeah, Fadas retired from the racing. Unite, he's got a heck of a lead now. Almost 1.5 seconds, Eoin.
Yeah, supreme stuff. And his teammates further down, the pack have actually done very well for themselves despite chaos in and around them. So
Yoni Katilla now with company, side by side with Suzuya. Or rather, is that Gabor? It is Gabor. It's Sidus Gabor who's ahead of him. Suzuya just behind in the orange and white.
Gabor's on a mission here after the qualifying was a letdown for his standards. Oh, getting close for comfort there. But let's check out Yoni Katilla now. Ricardo is taking slipstream. He has to pick a line. And it looks like True Alpha's going to get that place back. If he can just pick his point to break. Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, that's the nature of the back straight here, especially in the LX4. It's not the fastest car, and the slipstream is quite powerful, so you've got plenty of time to attack and defend down the back straight. But you want to choose your moment. You don't want to pull out the slipstream too soon, because you can invite the...
Igor's rolled. Igor's sent into a giant roll, and I think... Is he able to carry on?
Yeah, he's
I don't
out.
think
He's
so.
out.
No, it's all over.
So Unite's lead is growing ever so slightly as Yoni Katilla and Rick Cardle duel it out. Yoni with the fastest lap that time around. But yeah, Rick Cardle, if he stays underneath the spare wheel, not the gearbox, the spare wheel of Ioni, then he might be able to go for a return up the straight. And also, Mantas is right there as well. Mantas hasn't gone away. He's still fighting it out at the front. Asker off in the gravel trap. That's going to be a long recovery for him. And yep, after a good qualifying position, right up there, he is going to drop all the way down. Where's Donny? Donny is not... Oh, he's down in 21st place, Donny. So that's not good from P7 on the grid. So lots of drivers having to recover through this field. Lorenzo currently occupying P7. And Gabor, like you said before, Owen, he's a man on the move. He's chasing down Magic.
Yeah, we did know Magic's skills in the LX4, and it's certainly paying off. But unfortunately for him, Gabor is just a little bit better. And this should be another case. Maybe got the counterattack going. Did Gabor pull out too soon?
Nope.
No. Okay, good job.
Yeah, excellent stuff there from Gabor as he heads up to P10 now. On to start-finish to start lap number 4 or 5. We've got Rick Cardle and Mantas having a battle.
That's close. You can almost feel that spare tire in the face of Mantas's Eoin LX4. Trying an inside line into turn 3 didn't pay off. There's still time, and that just distracts Rick, competing for second place. Yeah, Mantas should hold the station here for a little bit longer. Then he has the chance for that slipstream.
Yeah, this is a good fight, but this is giving Ioni Katila a bit of an opportunity, and Unite will have some breathing room. If these two stay like they are, then Unite is going to end up opening up, decreasing Riccardo's championship lead as Mantas now has the slipstream. And here's how powerful it is. He draws alongside quite early, and yeah, quite a slow advance, actually, it has to be said. This is going to be side by side into the chicane, I think.
Yeah, I think so too, Pete. But what's going to happen with Mantas? He will have the inside line. Oh, he's got it.
That's a good move.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's gone a bit deep, though, and Rick's going to have the inside for the final corner. Mantas gives him room, and this will go on to the next lap again. So Ioni, he's got some time now and some space to focus forward while these two scrap it out. Let's see what the gap between...
Well, Mantas has gone for the gap. I'm sorry to interrupt. That was a huge throw of the dice, and it's looking good here for Mantas. Brilliant.
Yeah, used a little bit of the grass to get past. I have to say there wasn't really a gap, Owen. So that took me by surprise for sure. So as we head up the hill again, the gap between Ioni and Unite is down to 1.1 seconds now. Oh, as Rick gets into the back of Mantas, slightly spooked as Mantas braked for the first chicane. Sami Lipmanen's in the mix as well. He's a little bit out of position from where you'd expect him to be. He has the dueling Suzuya and Magic behind him. So not only has Gabor got through this group, but Lipmanen has as well. This is a big scrap now. Magic leading there in what looks to be a Rothmans inspired livery.
Yeah, it's definitely got the pattern and even the sort of logo. But he's got to hold off Pawlowski and Suzuya. It's a dilemma for sure with Suzuya getting the first dibs into the chicane, but Pawlowski would also have to go outside. And yeah, you have to take care now. You've got one driver through, and you don't want to let the other one by either.
Yeah, Magic almost losing 2 places there. Pawlowski fancied it around the outside, didn't quite manage it, but now there's a train behind. You've got Yaroslav Donnelly, Merenwe, and Climbs lingering there in the background as well. So plenty of things for these guys to think about. Here comes Yaroslav. He's going for a move on the home straight. Is he going to try and do this around the outside? It is possible. Nope, he has to cut back into the slipstream. No way round into turn 1.
And just out of that shot from earlier, Rony has gained a position over Motamikari for 23rd, trying to keep it out of the grass. Yeah, good job. Here's a look at Spurts. Go ahead, Pete.
Yep, Spurts in P5. There's a 5-second gap ahead of him and a 2-second gap behind. He's kind of on his own at the moment, but Twin Camp looking quick. He's made up a few places from the start, and he is looking to get inside the top 5 as quickly as he can. He needs to hurry up because he's got Gabor, Michael Malek, and Sami Lipmanen looking fast behind, as well as the new member of Born to Race, 136 miles per hour. who's now sporting that blue and black B2R livery. 10th place for him at the moment. Will he be able to hold on to it? He's got Sammy Lippman behind, and we know how quick he is.
Yeah, you bet. It's a great run so far from so far down on the grid. We have a look now at Iron Donny competing with Mandula. More pressure beyond those race green guys. They know that the nearest rivals in the championship, World Class Lions and Born to Race, have top runners.
Lorenzo and Michael going side by side into turn number 1 across start finish. Michael just about holds it. Or does he? No.
Oh, Gabor.
Lorenzo is now ahead, and it is Gabor who is now right behind them in P9.
Yeah, I almost didn't expect Michael to take it easy into the first complex, and he nearly hit the back of him. Lovely onboard shot here. Can he follow? Yeah, he needs to avoid the sausage curb at all costs, and at the same time avoiding the grass. So he's doing a good job. Michael is going to feel the sandwich effect. He can't do much from here, but Mantas has Ricardo for company, and I think those two are going to have a ding-dong battle for another while yet.
They certainly are, Owen. As we head down into the chicane, I thought Rick did pull out the slipstream a little bit early. That's given Mantas a sliver of hope, has it? No, Rick takes the lead again. So these two continue to squabble. We've got a 3-wide situation on the back straight. Michael Malik, Lorenzo and Gabor. Gabor on the outside in the orange car. Can he make this stick? No, not quite. That's good stuff from Michael getting past Lorenzo.
Yeah, Lorenzo -2 there. That's the fear, to be honest, with these triple battles.
Yeah, you've got to be in the right place at the right time and use your head as you head down the back straight, and that's just not worked out for Lorenzo. Now Gabor on the charge in P8, trying to get P7 off Michael Malik, who's running a good race, it has to be said.
Yeah, great job. Yeah, a few drivers have gained a lot of positions, and Mike will be doing his best to carry on this good momentum. But Gabor, it just seems like he has the race setup down to the finest centimeters. Just so good. His performance in the second sector in particular, and just puts those other drivers under pressure. You can see Michael narrowly ahead, maybe slow out of that the second part of the chicane, and now he's drifting wide. He's missed the apex, and Gabor is going to swallow him up.
Yeah, but slow gear changes actually from Gabor there, and that's given him a little bit of a gap, which he's now going to close down in the slipstream. Which way is he going to go? He's going to move to the left, and this is going to be easy pickings on Michael Malik. How far ahead will he be come the chicane, though? Yeah, easily done. Easily done. Good move. Well timed. So it is P7 nice. For the Sidus car. Now Michael has to resume his fight with Lorenzo. The gap at the front still just over a second, but Eoin is undoubtedly closing that gap to Unite now.
Yeah, he's put in fastest lap, 1 lap ago, and heading closer and closer to the 10th lap, which will be the double figures. That will certainly reveal how well Gyro's been doing. So I think we can't call a winner just yet.
No, you definitely cannot call a winner. You're not allowed to do that.
No.
Not yet anyway. Here's Zdravko Topolniak, Fragmaster number. He's in a trio at the moment. He's battling with Climbs ahead and Donny behind. Donny recovering this race really as Zdravko goes for a move into the first chicane up the inside. Oh, really clean stuff there. Great stuff.
Yeah, Climbs have to worry about the next attacker, which is Donny. You have to feel a bit for Climbs there. He did his best, but Number did a great job with the overtake, and Climbs had to regain his momentum, and could be trouble now. The inside line is offered to Donny. Yeah, there you go. Climbs sticks to the wide part of the right-hand side, and then just up ahead we've got Magic.
Yeah.
Oh, there's good move with contact.
Magic and Yada. Magic goes off over the sausage curb. That's going to invite Merenwe through. Merenwe sends it up the inside. If he can hold it. Look how damaged the rear of that car is, by the way, on the back of Merenwe. He's had someone in the back of him, I think, and the front. The front's damaged too. Look at that. That's incredible. But yeah, Michael sorry, not Michael, Magic gets that place back into turn 1.
Yeah, that would have been one of the overtakes of the season if that worked for McElroy. Unfortunately not.
Yeah, especially with the state of that car, it has to be said. Here we are then. Here's the gap at the front, 1.2 seconds. So it's holding station. Eoin is not finished with Unite. Unite is trying to open that gap as much as possible. And look at the length between them two and Rick Cardle. 4 seconds nearly. 3.9.
Yeah, that's quite alarming for Rick in particular. He will have to really get the hammer down from this point on. There's still time, but you can see with these mid-pack drivers, just they have to constantly worry about drivers behind and ahead. So that means if Rick can just pull away from Mantas, that'll definitely help his cause.
Yeah, we're looking at a battle with
Rony.
What's happened?
Rony off the circuit.
No, well, that's not gone well for him. But look at this 3 wide. We've got Rony on the left, who is looking to make up 2 places. And has he done it? Yes, he has. That was inspired. Just got the draft at the right time and managed to get past Cozzy and Kig in one move. So, sorry, Cozzy and Owner. We've seen that a couple of times. But there we go. It's happened again.
Yeah, Rony sticks to the middle of the track. Owner for the inside. It then becomes the outside, but he's already moved past. So with McElroy deciding enough was enough, we're down to 35 from our starting 40. And it's just lots and lots of action, so it's definitely up to our team to make sure we catch as much of it as we can. Number is slap bang in the middle, really. You can, well, nearly the middle, but he can now concentrate on catching Yaroslav, who made a little mistake heading onto the back straight. And then we've got Magic Climbs going for the duel towards the chicane. And I think Climbs is about horsepower better off, or mile an hour better off. But I don't think he's got the ideal entry point now. He'll have to regroup for the start-finish straight.
Yeah, Magic held on to that one well. Climb's not quite alongside enough to make that one stick. Owner and Rony still going at it up, start-finish. And as they head across start-finish, they will be side by side. Rony on the outside in his green livery. Well, they're both green, actually, really. Owner's is a bit more yellow, but there we are. And Owner stays ahead, does he? Oh, it's got a bit wide. Rony's going to try and make the move around the outside. And thinks better of it and cuts in behind.
Got a slight mistake. Twin cam goes wide in his battle with Gabor. Oh, he's gone very wide. Oh, that's a horror show, I'm afraid. So Sidus's Litty and Gabor both gain hugely there. And Lorenzo will now see my compatriot struggling this lap. And in fact, Michael thinks I'm going to have this before you. So yeah, they're also side by side. So a lot going on there. Twin cam will be fuming, unfortunately. That was a very unfortunate thing to happen, but it could have been worse.
It could have been worse. He needs to just focus ahead now because these two are going to want that position too. They are fighting with each other, of course, which helps the Born to Race driver, but that was a big send, and Twin cam's kind of opened the door. And it looks like he might lose out this position, potentially. Twin cam.
Yeah, maybe his rear tire temperatures are out of sync, and he's just, now that the tires are clean again, he's just probably a bit worried I'll make another mistake, and that could be the end of my day.
Yeah, Michael Malek makes up that place past the Born to Race car. Now Lorenzo's looking to do the same. And we have another pack of 3. It seems to be a theme, really, doesn't it? Another theme is that we now have 4 Sidus cars in the top 7 again. How many times have we said that this year?
Well, yeah, I'm used to top 5, 4 out of 5. But yeah, that's still very good going.
Yeah, it's not over yet. We're only on lap 13 of 23, so 11 to go, including this one. And, there's a Ioni Catilla, a Mantis, and a Spurts in the way of them getting that 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be difficult for them to get all of those places, but never say never. As we hit the back straight once again, and who's going to come out better of this battle? It could be anyone's come the chicane. do not want to be in the lead in this sort of situation. Lorenzo with the toe and pulls out. Twin Cam drops to the back. Twin Cam will try and get past Michael as well. And 3 doesn't go into 1. Who's going to come out in the lead? It is Lorenzo. Good move.
Yeah, he just hangs a little too far wide. He couldn't get the second apex nailed on. Then that sausage curb cost him dearly. 136 miles per hour will be in Lorenzo's mirrors at this point. So Twin Cam might have a bit of a reprieve here. He knows how important this is for the team's championship. They want to finish above World Class Lions and Race Green, and getting 2 drivers in the top 10 will certainly help.
Yeah, it might be all settled at the top, but the positions lower down, that's where the story is going to be at the end of the year. Mandula is having a go at Magic. Mandula using his universal skin, trying to climb all over the back of Magic. Teammates, of course. In the background is Iron Donny on climbs as well. So it's all go in the mid-pack. And Gabor's got the slipstream of spurts as they head up the back straight. Who's going to get the corner? It looks like Gabor has the advantage. He pulls out the slipstream just as they drive over the second sector line. There it is. And Gabor makes up a place. He's up to P5.
Oh no!
Contact.
Spurts just figured Gabor was going to break a little later. So thankfully they were able to carry on as normal. That would have been a heavy hit. Yeah, that was just a total racing incident. Nothing malicious about that. But thankfully it did end up with Gabor able to carry on.
Twin Cam's gone so wide at the last corner, in fact, that he's spun, there you go, and he's gone out of the race. So 136 got through, and a whole bunch of other people got through, and he's just called it a day. Sammy Lipmanen is going to be the next car to catch up to Spurts for air attack, and this will make it the 4 out of the top 6 for them if he can make this move. So no pressure on Spurts at all, none whatsoever. Only Sammy Lipmanen.
Yeah, Lipmanen, such a fantastic driver on those stints. He can carry on probably next lap or 2, but we have now got Magic. Won't be thinking about the next lap just yet. He needs to get through this sequence of corners first. Owner is the 3rd driver now in this latest trio, and yeah, it feels like Magic is going to feel a little isolated here. He pulls to the inside. That gives Climbs the middle. And Owner, I don't know if that was wise, but thankfully Climbs noticed. And there's a lot of space there for 4th car if there was one available. But Owner taking that risk. Oh,
that could have been messy. That was a sandwich, and credit to whoever that is at the back of that trio for getting out of it, because that could have been a disaster.
Yeah. Climbs did react just in time for his original mistake, but unfortunately karma is not kind with Rony able to pick up those pieces.
Yeah, Climbs did everything right there, actually. He got sandwiched and had to get out of it, and unfortunately he's lost a place because of his courtesy, but he could have taken himself and 2 others out of the race, so he lives to fight another day. Let's see how Sammy Lipman is getting on. Yeah, this gap is coming down. Spurts is going to be a sitting duck to the other Sider's car, and it could be over by the end of the back straight. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I just felt Litty was a much smoother driver on the accelerator in that corner. He got the downforce he needed, and he can get the top speed. I'd say next lap. I think it's too late at this stage. There's no need to lunge with about 7 laps to go, thereabouts. Yeah, he can play it safe for this one, but the next time he knows that Spurts will be sweating, trying to avoid that overtaking. He's given them the warning. Next time by, I'm getting you. Yeah,
Well,
it might
not even be that tight. It might not be that late. It's gonna be turn 1 if Sammy can hold this. Spurts on the outside, which is not a good position up the hill. It's a good position if you can hold it till the next corner. Oy.
Oh, and take a breath there. And Litty holds on. Great pass.
Yeah, good pass. And there we are. It's going to be a tall order, actually, for either Gabor or Sammy to catch up to Mantis. Mantis has got really good pace still in this race. He's 2 seconds behind Rick Cardle, even. But it does look like the top three are fairly safe, I would say, barring any shockers. Spurts gets a little bit closer to Litty coming into the chicane. Less than a second separating our top two. This isn't over for the lead, Owen.
Not at all. That was a great set of corners there for Unite, or sorry, for True Alpha. I beg your pardon. He did a lot of smooth driving there, and the gap should come down by a little bit more. So the pressure is definitely on Unite here. He knows I can win this race, but any mistakes and I'll be gone. The gap is still 7/10, so I was a bit optimistic with my prediction there. Oh, now definitely that's 100% a wobble for Unite, and you can see that gap shrinking. And this could be the moment for True Alpha to make the decisive move of the race. Yeah, it's down to 0.4 of a second now. Huge swing in momentum now. And yeah, we've got a slipstream target on the back now. True Alpha is going to follow Unite for as long as he can. Unite hanging on in the middle there, lines on the tarmac that'll show. Yeah, you can just about picture them there as Unite puts in the squeeze. He leaves that middle boundary, but it's too little. But is it too late? True Alpha braking now for the chicane. Yes, that's good. That is good. We have the lead change. True Alpha is now P1.
Yeah, but for how long? Unite will not like that, and he'll try and stay as close as he can for the next lap. He's already lost a bit of time coming out onto the home straight. And as we head on to lap 19, it will be a confirmation that Yoni Katila leads a lap of this race. There we go. Good stuff from Yoni, and he's already opened that gap up. He's gone a bit wide, though. He's been so used to following a car all this race that it's a bit new to not be following a car on your first lap.
Yeah, the shoe is on the other foot now, everybody. Almost a carbon copy of what happened to Unite there. And maybe he's going to be forced to combat the slipstream. Yeah, Unite knows he doesn't have to lunge into the left-hander. He's got the drag ready. And Yoni, what will he do now? What was his preference? Because we saw Unite in the very middle of the track. Yoni's now doing the same thing, drifting now to the outside. And that should give Unite... Oh, he's going for the bump. Now that's unorthodox, I have to say.
Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure why he'd do that, unless he just doesn't want to get into a scrap and hold each other up. I mean, they've got 7 seconds behind. I don't understand why Unite wouldn't have gone for that, unless he thinks he just wants to sit behind and wait, which doesn't make any sense to me either. Interesting one.
Yeah, but Michael Malik and Lorenzo are having another scrap if we can. Yeah, there we go. The inside line is offered to Lorenzo and he will take it, but they're going to have a rear right to front left incident, and Michael has actually gotten the position retained there. I thought that was Lorenzo's for definitely.
Yeah, because he's had a shocker. He's way down the order again. After that incident on the back straight, he's fighting with Asker, who likewise did not have a good start. As we flip just ahead of that to Kig, Magic, and Rony, who are all wanting the same piece of tarmac at this stage.
Yeah, it's just so hard to get your rhythm going when you're down in these middle portions of the order. You can see Magic had a wheel on the grass, but didn't unsettle the car. But now that is Kig to the outside. Yeah, he's going to have every bit of track he can take, but Magic holds for this moment. Yeah, this is where you just have to throw in the thinking head, the thinking cap, and just follow the car for the next corner, and then get your your work done on the straight.
Speaking
And
of the
that's a
straight,
perfect example here. Yeah.
Yaroslav Donlik leading Iron Donny and dragging along Mandula, who's trying to get in on this fight. We briefly saw Unite again bumping Yoni down the straight. He thinks he has the legs, and I think he's going to try and leave it to the last lap. We only have 3 to go. And as they head into the chicane, it is Donny who leads. Yaroslav Donlik, he hits the curb and opens the door then for Mandula. Mandula doesn't take the bait. Meanwhile, here come this trio into the final corner, and it is Rony who's opened up a bit of a gap, and that's Asker now who is trying to get past Magic. Magic and Asker side by side as they head to the line. Asker with huge pace in qualifying. How many places can he make up in the dying laps? He needs to make quick work of Magic if he wants to get any more places in this race, and he can't do it. He hasn't managed it on that attempt.
Oh, Magic does go wide. I think that was the right time for a cutaway, but as a matter of fact, Magic made that little overspeed there, and he lost the position. So Arske's working as hard as he can to gain as much as he can after his first lap mishaps.
Pawlowski's got a run on Suzuya. These two are side by side as they head over the sector time. Pawlowski with a nose ahead, and Suzuya needs to cut back into the slipstream. There he goes. If he wants any chance of ascend, yeah, he's going for it. And slightly later on the brakes for Suzuya. Oh, that's a good move. That's a good move. Well defended. Mandula doing the same thing to Yarda. Yarda slightly later on the brakes, and he's got it done. Nice. Oh, but he's gone wide again. Is Mandula going to bite this time? Yes, he is. The inside line is
very close on the camera shot. Yeah.
Mandula takes the place. Yoni Katila and Nika Patola have got traffic now. Now lead 2. So hopefully these guys get out of the way. Looks who is that in the traffic?
It's Jocks and Kid.
So yes, these two should be plenty experienced enough to get out of the way, so there should be no issues there. They are currently fighting, which is always a worry if you're the leading cars finding traffic for the first time. But on this time of asking, it will be the final lap for Yoni and Unite, and we want to avoid any last lap dramas if we can, as Kid is going for that move. He wants to get ahead of Jocks before the lead 2 catch up.
Here now is the time for them to move.
Yep,
they really got to get
they need to get out of the way.
Out of the way now. Yeah, this is the worst part of the track for 2x2 running. So I think Jocks realizes. I hope Kid does the same here. He's extracting as much as he can, so maybe he'll pull over before the left-hander. Yeah, careful with the sausage curb. But Unite's master plan, this could be his chance. It really does feel like
Kid is going to save Yoni potentially here. If Kid stays there, he's going to give Yoni a draft, and that's not what Unite wants. Kid needs to get well out of this battle. And there we go. He's giving the slipstream to Yoni, which is neutralizing Unite's attack. Unite does benefit a little bit of that, but Yoni's well over and defends. So yeah, the back markers come into play, as they sometimes do. Kid all onto the grass, and Yoni has been saved so far. Unite's going to have to go for an absolutely heroic dive or something into the final corner. So again, back markers.
Oh, this is it. Oh,
there's contact, and Yoni, he's done it. Oh my goodness me. Oh, Kid. You've well and truly sent Unite's not going to be happy with that, is he? Yoni comes across the line. It was close in the end, actually, as they head over the start finish.
1300ths of a second.
Indeed. Oh my goodness me. Third place will go to Rick Cardle. So Unite's dent into Rick's lead will be diminished slightly by Yoni taking the win there. Oh goodness me, you never want to see a backmarker affecting the result like that, but there we go. Mantus P4, Gabor P5, Sami Lipmanen P6 for Sidus. Good result again for Sidus. More team points for them for their championship charge. It has to be wrapped up now, surely. Spurts for Air Attack P7, Michael Malik P8 for Master Race Car, Lorenzo P9, and Pawlowski rounds out the top 10. Owen, what a race between those top two.
It was sensational altogether from those two. And if it was just those pair of drivers, I think I would have felt shortchanged, even with their amazing quality of driving, because we had so many others competing with the slipstream battles and the side by sides into chicanes and hairpins. It was brilliant stuff.
Yeah, you have to think, what if Unite had just gone for the moves rather than pushing Yoni down the straight? You know, if Yoni had been behind Unite on that final lap, it would have been a different story potentially. So you have to question why Unite wouldn't have just gone for the moves. But there we are. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, and that is our results. Let's have a look at the full order, and we will wrap things up here while Yoni Katila finds his way to victory lane. Yoni Katila wins in 32 minutes and 13 seconds, ahead of Unite, who took the fastest lap in the end, a 1:23.33, his best. 1300ths of a second separated him from the top step of the podium this time out from a great drive by Yoni, who played it perfectly in the end. Rick Cardle, P3, he will keep his championship lead, but only just going into the next round in 2 weeks' time. Mantus, P4, a good race from him after a tumultuous first lap, it has to be said. Gabor and Litti, they did a good job to carve their way through the field to finish 5th and 6th, securing more points for their team in the hunt for that elusive team's championship trophy. Spurts for Air Attack finishes P7 ahead of Michael Malik, Lorenzo, and Pabluski, rounding out the top 10. Suzuya 136 MPH, Number, Iron Donny, Mandula, Donalik, Owner, Climbs, Rony, and Kig round out the top 20. Owen, the second page, please.
Certainly, yeah. A lot more drivers to talk about, so I'll happily take over. We've got Magic in 21st place. A lot of work for him to do, but he'll be happy with that. Arska, we saw have a lot of trouble on lap 1, but that's a good recovery to 22nd. We got Redbot, didn't see much of him, unfortunately. Kossi is 24th with Deheb Mooley, Nossel, Yargtilla, Migfa, Fadas, and Much Macari completing the top 30. Then we've got Timu Soini, SBTV's kid, the hero or villain of the day, depending on your point of view, and Jocks and 7-9 there. They are the final classified drivers. Unfortunately, we lost Twin Cam, Marinui, Thomas, Dark, Igor, and Rayman to retirement.
Thank you very much, Owen, as we see a slightly obscured shot of our winner, Yoni Katila, on victory lane in the background. So, yeah, that just about wraps it up for today's action. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. And I hope you can join us again in 2 weeks' time for a race around South City Chicane Route in the FBM. That's what will be our treat in 2 weeks' time for Rony's Tuesday Fun Race. And yeah, that will be the 266th RTFR, leaving us with only one. How many races do we have left at the end of the season? Not many is all I can say about that before the end of the year. So I hope you guys can join us for that. And we hope to see more bumper grids as we head into the darker nights towards the end of the year. Owen, thank you very much, as always, for joining me for commentary. Chris McElroy giving us all of the action in our ears, making sure we pull up the right action when we need to. And Tina Falkenberg again, thank you for the graphics. And all of you guys for watching. It's been a good one, and we hope to see you again next time. Cheers, Owen.
You're welcome, Pete, and bye, everybody.